Anyone know how long is a half hour? How many minutes are in a half hour? Piper.
30?
Good. 30. 30 minutes are in a half hour. How many minutes? Raise your hand if you know how many minutes are in an hour. Mohammed.
16 minutes.
60 or 16?
60.
60. Good, Mohammed. 60 minutes in an hour. So 30 minutes are in a half hour. That means that a half hour is exactly 1/2 of 60 minutes. Perfect. So that means that 2 half hours equal 1 hour. Kwaku and Baraka, please turn your cameras on. All right, so we're going to watch this quick video about time, okay? So really pay attention, okay? Because this is what we're going to be doing today. Pay attention to where the clock, the big arrow, so we call that the minute arrow, where that's going to, okay? Sorry guys, it's a little loud.
I wanna tell you all about my Saturday, but before I do, listen, I've just gotta say 60 minutes make up every hour on the clock, and 30 minutes is half an hour. Tick tock. So remember on the clock, 30 is half an hour. Now let me tell you of the day that almost went sour. Oh yeah. I was headed to the park, I decided to walk. As I left, I looked up and saw the time on the clock. The shorthand pointed to the 9, and I knew it was 9 when I saw the long hand made an upward vertical line. When that long minute hand points right to the 12, the short hour end points to the time we can tell. Time we can tell. When the hour hands on a number and the minute hands up.
I'm going to pause it real quick. Look, the longer hand is the minute hand. The short hand is the hour hand. So we know that this is pointing to 9 and this is pointing here, so we know that means 9 o'clock.
We know it's o'clock, whether breakfast or supper. If an hour hands right between two numbers per se, it's 1/2 an hour of 6:30 that day. With the long minute hand that represents the minutes go by, it's easy to tell time, and you'll soon see why. Each number on the clock is 5 minutes in it. If you skip count by 5 and tell the time, make it a split. After hours playing, I took my sidewalk chalk, thinking wouldn't it be fun to draw the time on the clock? Oh yeah. 3:30, the hour hand is 3:30. The minute hands at 6 halfway round, which is 30. I remembered I had to meet my friend Lexi. Her house was far away, so I left in a hurry. A hurry.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
I got to Lexi's door and then rapped, knock, knock. She entered the door and was pointing to the clock. The hour hand was right between the 5 and the 4. The minute hand was at 6, pointed down toward the floor. So the time was 4:30, and she looked annoyed.
You said you'd be coming no later than 4.
Oh boy. When the hour hands on a number and the minute hands up, we know it's o'clock, whether breakfast or supper. If the right between two numbers per se. It's half past an hour, all 3:30 that day. With the long minute hand that represents the minutes go by, it's easy to tell time and to soon see why. Each number on the clock is 5 minutes in it. If you skip count by 5, it's out of time, lickety split. We went to the movies and they bought us 2 tickets. The movie we went to see started right at 6. The hour hand was at 6, the minute hand pointed up. She said,
Are we almost late?
and I was like, yep, oh yeah. When we finally got a seat, she told me I was cute, but I'd eaten beans for lunch and let out a loud toot.
No.
12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30.
On the way home, we walked by the fishing dock. We looked up and saw that it was now 8 o'clock. My. The minute hand pointed up, the hour hand at the 8. She said,
I'm supposed to be home by now. Oh, great.
oh, great.
Oh, no.
So we went up in a hurry. We ran, we bounded to get Lexi home fast so she wouldn't be grounded.
Oh, yeah.
When the hour hands on a number and the minute hands up, we know it's o'clock, whether breakfast or supper. If the hour hands right between two numbers per se, it's half past an hour, or 10:30 that day. Yeah, with the long minute hand that represents.
All right, I'm gonna stop that there, okay? Okay, talking about math. When we're talking about, not math, we are talking about math, but we're talking about time, okay? Quaker, I need you to sit up, bud. Everyone sit up. I like that. Willie's sitting up, Malachi, Susan, Aaliyah sitting up. We need to be sitting up. Remember, we need to put ourselves in a good position. I know it might not be the most comfy, but if I'm laying down, I'm going to be more likely to fall asleep than I would be if I was sitting up. So, Emily, I need you to sit up. Okay, so time and clocks. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to look at this clock. Give me a thumbs up if you could see my clock. Yeah, thumbs up if you could see my clock. Good. Okay. Here's my clock. We're going to be doing some practicing together, okay? And we're going to be using our chat. But right now, I just want you to watch, okay? So look at right now. This is kind of a cool clock. Okay. Someone raise your hand and tell me what time is it right now? What time is it on my clock? Raise your hand. Aaliyah, what time is it? 8 o'clock, perfect. So my shorthand is always my hour hand. It's going to tell me what hour it is. My long hand is going to point to the minutes. So it said when the minute hand's pointing straight up, we know it's an o'clock. So she knew that it was 8 o'clock because I was pointing straight up. All right, what if I do go down here though? Well, now look, I'm a little lost because, oh, this is a crazy clock. Remember, they said when the hour hand is between two numbers. Do you see how it's not exactly at 8, but it's not at 9 either? That means it's still 8. But it's not 8 o'clock anymore because look, my green isn't pointing to the 12 anymore. So what time is it here? Someone raise your hand. It is now 8:30. Emily, what time is it now?
8:30.
Perfect, 8:30. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try, there we go. I'm going to put up close your eyes, everyone, close your eyes. I'm going to put up a time. I want you to send me a chat with that time, okay? Let's see. Okay, open. Send me a chat. Send me a chat of what time it is. What time is it? Send me a chat. Send me a chat. Chat, 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 chat. Oh, I like how some of you are even using the colons and putting 2 zeros afterwards. Santana, bud, try again. That doesn't look like a time. All right, everyone, what time is it on my clock right now? What time is it on my clock?
5 o'clock.
Good, now 5 o'clock. Perfect. Okay, close your eyes again. I'm gonna change times. Close your eyes again. I'm gonna change times. Okay, open them. What time is it? Send me a chat. What time is it? Remember, my long hour or minute hand is pointing straight up. So I know that it's going to be an o'clock, not a 30. It's just going to be a blank 2 colons 0 0.
Malachi, you're sending it to me on accident.
All right, I got Piper, Willie, Muhammad, Chanel, Kwaku, Aaliyah, Tony, Emily. Let's see a few more answers, guys. I'm missing a few of you. Susan. Guys, look at the time again. Some of you are saying, look at the time. What is my hour hand pointing to? What is my hour hand pointing to? And my minutes is pointing straight up, so I know that is 0 0. All right, Tony, can you tell me what time it is?
2 o'clock.
Perfect, 2 o'clock. So, okay, in the chat right now, if I went and did this, go ahead in the chat. What time is it now? Well, it's not pointing directly to the 2, but it hasn't gotten to 3 o'clock yet. What time is it? If it's between the 2 and the 3 and I'm pointing down. So I've made it halfway through the hour. Go ahead and put in our chat, what time is it? What time is it? Diana, try again. Diana, you need to look at the orange and the green, not this blue one. The orange is the hour and the green is the minute. All right, Willie, can you tell me what time it is, bud, on our clock?
2:30.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to tell me, okay, I'm going to pick someone from our class and you guys are going to send me a chat. Tell me, tell me when to stop. Someone yell stop. Someone yell stop. Okay. All right. Aaliyah, I need you to send me a private message picking a time, either an o'clock or a 30. Send me a private message of an o'clock or a 30. I'm going to put it on our clock and we're going to see if our classmates can figure it out. Make sure it's a private one so nobody sees it but me. Make sure you're sending it just to Danielle Kalina. What o'clock, Aaliyah? Pick any time. Pick a time. It either has to be an o'clock or a 30. So like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or it could be 3:30, 4:30. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, close your eyes. Aaliyah picked one. Close your eyes. All right, I'm going to put on what she said, and then you're going to have to send me a chat of what time she picked. Okay, open your eyes. Go ahead and send me a chat of which time Aaliyah picked for us. Remember, the minute hand is pointing straight up, so I know that is an o'clock.
Miss Colin, is it the blue one and the green one, or
No,
the
it's
orange
the
one?
green and the orange, Diana, the green and the orange.
Oh, because I thought that was the blue too.
Yeah,
Shit,
the
got
green and the
it.
orange. So the orange is pointing to the hour and the green is the minutes one. So it's, what time is it? Emmeline, can you send it to me in the chat, in our chat button? Can you click the chat button on Zoom? All right, who haven't I called on a lot today? Let's have Heidi. What time is our clock showing? Let's see, Heidi. So if this is pointing to the 7, and I know when it goes up, it's o'clock. So what time is it? Heidi, if this hour is pointing to what number? 7. Yeah, it's pointing to the 7. Okay, so it's 7. Is it 7 o'clock?
Yes.
Yes, 7 o'clock. Good. Okay, I want Santana. I want you to privately send me a time, either an o'clock or a 30. Send me a private message on Zoom. All right, Santana's going to pick our next clock. Santana, make sure you just send it to me, okay? Make sure it says to Danielle Kalina. What's up, Santana?
How do you send?
So do you see where it says to everyone and it's blue?
Yeah.
Click the everyone and go find my name, Danielle Kalina. Okay, and then you're gonna type. Do you see where it says type message here?
I did that.
Okay, and then hit enter or return.
Oh, hold on.
That wasn't you. There you go. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, Santana picked our time. Okay, here's Santana's time he picked. Go ahead and tell me what is that. Send me a chat. Well, look at our hour hand. We know that it's not 5 o'clock because it hasn't touched the 5 yet. Heidi, I need you to pay attention. We know that our hour hasn't hit 5 o'clock yet. So we know it's still 4, but this isn't pointing to the 12, so it's not 4 o'clock. It is 4. What does the 6 represent? We don't say it's 4-6. That doesn't make sense. What is it? Aaliyah, what's up? Do you know the time or are you asking about something else?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes. All right. Mohammed, what time is it?
4:30.
Awesome. Who agrees with Mohammed, who also said that it was 4:30? Perfect. So the reason that's 4:30 and not 4-6, because all these numbers, we count by 5. So if I count by 5, everyone count with me. Don't turn your mics on, just count with me, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we know anytime it's pointing, the big hand is pointing to the 6, we know that means 30. Continue with me. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So the reason that anytime it is pointing to the 12, that means o'clock, because this 12 means 60. And someone told me earlier, I can't remember if it was Piper or Mohammed, told me that 60 minutes are in an hour. So every hour, every o'clock is 60 minutes. Okay, let me show you what you guys are going to do today. Do not go to our math page yet because I'm going to alter it a little bit because we spent a little time on that, and that's okay. So do not go to our math page yet because I'm going to go and one second. Do not go to our math page yet. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Here is today's math page. Oh, look, math. Go to Wednesday. We have, oh, that should say 3. We have 2 things to do today. You have a time worksheet. I'm going to show you what that worksheet looks like. Make a copy. You need to make sure you share it with me, okay? Make sure you share it with me. Put your name, as always. All right, look here. Let's look at the directions before you start. Guys, we're still just looking, so I should not have anyone sharing it with me right now. Write down the time to each clock. Okay, number one. So let's look at number 1. What time is it? Well, here's my short hour hand pointing to the 6, and my long arrow is pointing to the 12. My long minute hand is pointing to the 12, and my hour hand is pointing to the 6. Someone raise your hand. What time is it in number 1? Susan.
It is 6 o'clock.
Good. So I would go over to my number 1 box and put 6:00. Number 2. All right. Well, my hour hand, it's not pointing to the 9, but it's not pointing at the 8 either. So that means it's still 8, but it's 8 what? It's not 8 o'clock because that means the long arrow would be here. It is 8 what? Someone raise your hand. What is number 2? Kwaku, what's number 2?
8:30.
Perfect. That's all. You guys have 6 of those. After you finish your worksheet, you will do 1 lesson on Dreambox. 1 lesson on Dreambox. We are not doing extra math today, okay? So go ahead,